Hi, I was just looking back on my path that I have been and try to look how far I've come already so far right now. I remember I used to beat the heck out of myself and always blaming myself, like everything that happens around me, like bad things, even though I am not even related to that. I was kind of always stuck, but I know my life is just once and life's too short, so I genuinely didn't want to waste my time. But the more I try to go and step out of my comfort zone at the moment, the more I get exhausted or lazy, or maybe one day I can go step out of my comfort zone, but next 1 week I need to spend next 1 week to heal from that or taking that action. But now that I think of it, I think that I needed that moment, that pause in my life to kind of figure out what I want to do, or just to take rest from everything, like from this world, and just exist, to practice just exist. That was actually really also dark moment of my life, and I was always kind of rushing. I have to, like, deep down there's this part of me saying, like, this is happening for you to take rest, because you look how far you've come and look how hard you are working till now. But there's other part of me telling, why are you taking rest or break? Why are you taking break? You don't have that time. Life's too short, like I said, and we don't have that much time, even though I feel like I have plenty of time. But at the same time, early 20s or 20s is really important part of my life, our lives. So how you spend 20s is crucial for your later 30s or 40s life, in your 30s or 40s. So I thought the other part of me was telling me to work really hard even though you're not feeling like it, or you can't. It's kind of ironic, or so I was a bit confusing at that moment as well. Like, there's part of me telling me to work hard, but there's the other part of me telling me to take rest, because you need it, because you earned it, and you need to take this break to take new big action in my future. And now that I think of it, and I already have gone through these moments, and then I guess it was meant to happen, and I needed that break, because I actually, after that pause, I made like life-changing big decision after that. So I really needed that. Yeah, so everything happens for a reason. Truly everything happens for a reason. And when I was looking back on my path, I always try to talk to myself, because like when I talk like out loud, I get to organize my thoughts or realize something I didn't know, or something I didn't notice what I am thinking in my mind or in my brain. So I get to clarify these things. So I try to talk to myself. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'm weird, so who cares? I took this memo again. I always take memo. I thought, oh, I want to talk about this, and the note is, this is kind of messy, just I wrote it down, so don't mind this sentence not make sense. Does not make sense, I don't know, but here it is. Not working hard enough compared to others, but this is your life. Why you need to compare with others? Talk about previously. I already talked about this in previous video. No one is exactly the same, so our comparison is not fair. Compare yourselves to yourself. You don't need to push yourself because you feel like you are not working enough, or people around you seems to work hard and you feel you're behind. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't blame you too much. Look how far you've come. Sorry, my writing is terrible. I couldn't even, yeah, I almost couldn't read it. But look, what did I just say? Look how far you've come. Yeah, that's the topic I wanted to talk about, because so many people out there are working really hard, but still, people who work really hard tend to be hypercritical to themselves. They're always trying to push themselves to work really hard, even harder than you already are doing. And that's a really good thing. It's if you have your passion, or if you have some sort of goals that really excites you, motivates you to work really hard, and then it's okay to work towards it, grind, and push yourself to work hard. But I think there's also people who are working really hard even though they don't enjoy or they don't have excitement, or just working really hard to maintain their life. Does that make sense? Like earn money, or yeah, basically earn money to just live, because we need money obviously to live, just live, but it's not excite you, or you're just doing it not because you want to do it, but because you need to. Maybe I need you to think about this. If you feel like don't want to work really hard to that, or something, you are working really hard already, but you feel like it's gonna dead end, and it doesn't motivate you or excite you to do it, or I think, and you're kind of feel you're lazy or you're too exhausted to do something, or I think there's some sort of like these kind of emotions, I would say, that they're telling you to stop, or this is not your path to go after. Does that make sense? Because when we are excited or really motivated, if we are working really hard to something that excite us, like if we don't even feel exhausted or tired doing it, or does that make sense? Like everything is enjoyable related to that, even if we need to like stay up late and work really hard to it, but it still feels really enjoyable and fun to do it. But if it's not, I guess you're just going after the wrong thing. It's not something you want in your life, and that's your body or your emotions is telling you this is not your right path. So you need to stop and slow down, take a deep breath, take a break from it, and think about it. Like what really excites you, what really motivates you, what you enjoy doing, like these positive emotions. What causes you to feel that positive emotions? And if you feeling negatively to work toward it, work hard, then I think it's time to. And if you are too tired, or if you are lazy, or if you feel chronically exhausted, you really need to stop before you get sick, and you have to, like, before you lose everything. Not everything, or before you lose something really important for like your health. And back in my example, or back in my experience, when I was feeling like one time I was too scared to even go outside, go and step out of my house, like one step out of my house. It's too scared, and I was too scared to meet people, even though we're not just see people I don't know, like walking on the street, or just going to convenience store, or just going to grocery store was even scared to me at that moment. That happened because I beat the heck out of myself, and like I said, I blamed me of everything bad is happening because of me. Does that make sense? And like these negative things, that's because I made a big mistake, or I failed. That was the trigger. Yeah, since then. But now that I think of it, now I think that was meant to happen to get where I am right now, get where exactly I am meant to be. I keep saying in every single video, I think I am saying everything happens for a reason, and where everything happens for a reason to get you where you're meant to be. Everything happened before because to be able for you to be exactly where you're meant to be, where you are right now. And where you are right now is exactly you're meant to be right now, right here, right now. So yeah, that happened for a reason. Truly. Now I can understand why it happened, because it was like a year ago. 2 years ago, I guess? Yeah. And since that thing happened in my life, it changed it ruined my plan, actually. I had really big plan for myself, kind of university related thing. But thanks to that, I am here right now. I am talking to you right now, so it's meant to happen, I mean. And what was I even talking about? Not working hard compared to others. I talked about this in the previous video, or I don't know which video was it, but you're unique, and we're not exactly the same. Like, you are the only one who are you. It's kind of weird, but you are the only one. You're unique, and there's no one. You can't find exactly same person like you. You can't find another you on this planet because you're unique and you're the only one. I was always comparing myself to others, but now I had this realization that everyone is very different. We have different background, we have different perspectives, we have different point of view, we have completely different, like, everything is literally different. So why would I compare myself to others, since even though we're totally different? It's kind of like condition is different. So our comparison, compare yourselves to others, it's not fair comparison. So it's kind of just waste of my time. If that motivates you, or if that excites you, that helps you to work really hard. Maybe you can do it, or okay, but you know, if that make you really like kind of like feel negative, or you know, why questions, why I don't have this, why I'm not doing this, why I can't do this like somebody else, you know, kind of like why questions start to come up into your mind or in your brain, maybe you should stop, because that comparison is condition is crazily different. So of course we're not on the same page, and we by that I mean like you and like someone you're always compare yourself to. It's completely different. We're all different. So why would I even like compare myself to others and feel negative? This is my life. So I do me and you do you. So actually I am taking this video from this point the other day because I cut off, and so I have no idea what I was talking about, but I feel like I need to talk about something. So I am kind of looking back on my journals, my notes. I still can't remember what I was talking about and I wanted to talk about, so but I have different idea maybe related to this topic, so I'll get right into it. Genuinely, who you are right now and where you are right now, maybe you might feel like I am not good enough, or you know, I am not working good enough, or maybe you think like that, but genuinely you are where you are right now, and who you are right now is truly good enough, and you should be proud of yourself more, and you should be more easy. You should go easy on you more, and you should give compliments to yourself more. Treat yourself better, because you deserve it. You know, sometimes just living our lives can be really hard and difficult sometimes, or most of the time. So you being here right now, no matter where you are, no matter how your situation you're currently in right now, you are awesome. You are awesome, genuinely. I know it feels you can't resonate with it, but just know that you're good and you're awesome, you're wonderful where you are and who you are right now. And then I want to move on to the next topic. I don't even know why, but when I take shower, I get ideas and inspirations. And this is also, I was thinking when I was taking shower, society try to keep us in the cage that they built for us, to keep our energy lower so that they can easily control us. Don't let them do it. I do me, you do you. There's so many opinions that like you have to do this in order to get that one. You have to work hard to get successful, or you need to do this to get that one. You know, these opinions, and that sometimes makes sense, but it's not always the case. Maybe it worked for that person who are talking about that, but it's not gonna be the best opinion option for, just because that worked on that person, hypothetically, who are talking about like you have to do this in order to do that, doesn't mean it's gonna work on you. It's gonna work on somebody else. Maybe it will, maybe it will not. So who knows? I'm just gonna read the memo I took. You have to do this in order to get this or that. Example, work hard to get successful. This is also an example of the cage that society put ourselves in. I'm supposed to be like this or that. This is also not come from you, but from outside of you. Live true to yourself and your inner self and higher self and you. Live your life. Live in your story where the main character is you. Whenever my fear creep in, I ask myself, whose life are you living now? You have a right to live your life. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was thinking, I have to do this in order to get that. Or I have to work really, really hard to get money. That's kind of one example. But it's kind of also stereotype. Not stereotype, but does that make sense? Kind of, that's one of the things that actually make you narrow-minded. Does that make sense? Like narrow-minded. Like there's actually, if you expand your perspective, there's so many ways to make money. Take making more money as an example. There's a lot of ways to get money, or there's so many money to make your cash flow more effortlessly. I'm kind of struggling, so I don't know. No, not money, but you know what I mean? Like kind of one opinion, like you have to do this or that to get that one, get this or that. But in reality, it's actually just one example or just one way to do it. But that's not everything. That's the only just small part of all options, you know what I mean? So, but sometimes for me personally, from my experience, I kind of fixated on these like opinions from others, like I am supposed to be like this, I am supposed to be like that. But supposed to means it came from outside of you. Someone else put that thought or opinion or point of view or whatever that is, put it into your mind. Does that make sense? So it does not came from yourself. And I thought, that means I am living someone else's life. But I want to do me. I want to do me and you do you, so none of your business. And I thought, visible cage that actually we are trapped in. To free yourself from these cage, like break free from all of it. Just realizing is the first step to, realizing and perceive that, oh, I am actually trapped in this cage or that cage, and then try to seek way to get through, break free from that. And realizing will be that first step, like I said. So what am I trying to say there? So live your life. Live your life. That's what I want to tell. This is kind of message for you, but it's also actually a message from myself. Live your life. This is your life. You are the main character, and you have the power to change everything that's around you. But it starts from you changing yourself. You can't change your environment without working yourself first, your inner self first. Does that make sense? So if you want to change, or if you want to start living your life, you have to work on like your patterns of thinking, or point of view, perspectives, these kind of things. You are allowed to live your life. Yes, genuinely. So, and you can do it. You have right to do it. And life's too short. I know it's hard. It's easier said than done. But it's just process of our life. And don't let anybody take control of your life. You're in control of your life. Yeah, that's it for today's video. So I hope this helped you to start living your life. And I hope you guys have wonderful, awesome, beautiful day, beautiful morning, beautiful evening, whenever you're watching this video. And I will see you in the next one. So bye. Thank you for watching.